Today, two teams hailing from the AFC. Between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Looking the visiting sideline, as always, their head coach. His side unable to make it 2-0 to start the year, dropping their game last week. Happy you could join us for this one, football fans. I'm Kate Scott with Brock Heward. Spencer Schrader just about set. And we're underway here in Miami. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. I mean, oftentimes, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They go right back to Hall. And another small 4-yard chunk there. Zach Sealer there to bring him down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Short pass brought in. We got the football block, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, 4th down.
A gain of 3.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
On 4th down, it's Williams. Has his man, it's Dobbs. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on 4th down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down. Here's Williams again. Completed over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's good for a Jets. First down.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. Breece Hall with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him.
Go ahead.
Quick to the air is Tagovailoa. He's going to be caught by his running back, Harris. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Here's a screen to Benson. Fights his way through a tackle. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Here's Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Second and 4.
Here's Hall once more. He's out near midfield and still going. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
The Jets. First down.
Williams off the play fake. Taking a shot deep here. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away.
The Dolphins take over.
Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they're driving them closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 6-yard line.
All right, go ahead, go.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, and there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. The rookie from USF hauls it in. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. That one gains 7. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
19-yard line.
Running behind center with Harris. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Go ahead.
Tua off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Takes this in at the 25. And the end of that return, Brock, also brings us to the end of our 1st quarter. So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll take over here following that punt to end the 1st. He finds Tigger Cockrell for the grab. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
That's good for a Jets 1st down.
Williams going to run with it. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Finds a seam down the middle. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. And he's got a decent gain before. Being brought down.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun, Williams. Looking underneath here for Hall. And he has the New York touchdown. The Jets get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Breece Hall with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Jets double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics.
Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
2nd and 16 at the 19-yard line.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's going to tuck it and run. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
That's caught for the 1st. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. 1st and 10 from the 43.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's 2 on the keeper. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Miami. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Running left is Harris. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. Give him 32 on that play. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
Dolphins 1st down.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A give left side. Here's Robinson. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense.
All right.
1st down. Here's Tua. Throws caught. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
And he's going to score a touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins start to fight back with their first points of this game. Spencer Schrader on. Now for the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Jets and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
A 28-yard pickup there. And it's good for a New York first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Out of the pistol, Williams. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Jets grow their lead just before halftime. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Jets double their lead to 14.
Dolphins 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. The Dolphins and Najee Harris making their return to the field. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already, this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line.
Ready.
First down, Tunga by Loa to throw. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
I got him, man. I got him. Out with that. What a team. What's it?
2 now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
They're right here.
Third and long for him here. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Fourth down punt upcoming. Here's Torrey Taylor to put his leg into it. Anthony Gould waiting to receive. Collects this at the 32. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Williams from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. One play in blocking this drive is already in enemy territory. Williams on first down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
You could just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo, and that ball is zipping all over the field.
Short pass brought in. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Williams again. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Jets boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field a final time before the half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Tagovailoa on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for 2nd down and 13. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. The first couple of weeks of the regular season were wild, to say the least. What about week 3? Let's jump in. Our look around the NFL starts now. Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. It's the Browns at home to take on the Eagles. And it's the man, Saquon Barkley. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is Alec Iomanner. He'll take this in for the touchdown. He's found the end zone twice in the first 2.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. The Dolphins and Najee Harris making their return to the field. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Looking underneath here. Benson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the first sack in this one, Brock. They're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
That one's cut along the left sideline. Keeps it moving. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively.
Bringing pressure, and it's blocked!
I could feel the anger all the way up here, Kate. They did not like giving up the big play, the lengthy touchdown. And they decided to release a little bit of that frustration via the special teams. That juice, that energy, you could feel it overwhelm there and led to the block.
He stopped on the run back of the 27. Now here comes the New York offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They start the drive with Hall. Shoves one away. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. We've set it down from the 37. First down, and they go right back to it. Still has some space inside the 35. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Jets stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Beats Texas on the extra point. And the Jets grow the lead now to 22 points.
Dolphins 13.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Completed over the middle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory. They give to Harris from the gun. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Go ahead.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. The Jets and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Hall running between the tackles. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. That goes for 32 yards. And that's good for a Jets first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Completed to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
At the 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. The Jets piling onto the scoreboard yet again. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Jets grow their lead yet again. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Miami offense headed out there now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
44, ready.
At the 28-yard line.
Tua off the play fake. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Jets, down receiver Garrett Wilson, back out to take possession. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's Williams. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Out of the backfield looking for Breece Hall there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Ready.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd second and 17 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw, Tua. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
Complete to number 17, Jalen.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Dolphins who have the ball, hoping they can flip the script because this game has been a nightmare for them so far. Now, can't blame them looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down.
All right.
Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. Coming right is Hall. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So third and short coming up from the 33.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Gain of 9 yards on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
Jets, first down. A gain of 9 yards.
Working from the gun, Williams. He's trying to push the field. Brought in inside the 20. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. He's totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Handoff on second and short. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it first and goal.
That's another Jets. First down. First and goal.
Pressure comes, Williams. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets continue piling it on here in the fourth. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Jets continue piling on to this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Can't handle the hot throw there as it winds up incomplete. On the 24 once again, it's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
Lucian Mann is the tight end. He's going left. Throwing again here on second. Tagovailoa. Complete left side to Robinson. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
That's a gain of 7.
To the line. Here's third and 3.
Third and 3.
Ready.
Tua now from the gun. Completes this one to Gray. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Gain of 6.
6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Maxwell Hairston picks it off.
Okay, I think the one thing you and I love about about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
Williams on first down. Connects with his back. Hall. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Here's Hall. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing that, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. This is Hall. And they bring him down around the 34. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down.
To throw, Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. To throw is Williams. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. They run. Here's Hall. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Danger, kids. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Hall. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Jets are running them out of the building. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And the Jets tack on 7 more to their lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10.
The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. They kick the running back in motion. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
No gain on the play.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Waddle makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
That's good for a Dolphins.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory. So it's a road win for the Jets. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.
that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Miami.